How do you mess up the lights? All right, let's bring him bang on that door. Oh, we blew a bulb. Oh, we got the bulb back. All right. Welcome. So I don't forget, we had another Yeti winner so far this summer. Another Yeti winner, and it comes in a box that you get to dispose of. As Brenda wants it, so here you go, Rahel. You got your black Yeti, personal for you. So how do you win a Yeti? All you need is what?
2 friends.
2 friends. 2 friends. That's it. 2 friends. As soon as they get to $1,000, you get a Yeti. Too easy. I appreciate all of you guys helping us build our team. I want to go ahead and start off. Just welcome you to our team meeting. I want you to write down the word breakthrough. That's our theme for tonight. Breakthrough. Breakthrough is our theme. You know, the theme for this push that we've been talking about, and the theme has been testing your power. Testing your power, doing things intentionally that are going to make you grow as a person, that are going to help you develop into a better version of you. And right now we're at the transition where we either break down or break through. And that's what I love about the sport of Cutco, is because it challenges us mentally, emotionally, a little bit physically for those of us that are waking up early and going to bed late. It challenges all of us just like a sport would. And that's why I love it. That's why I call it the sport of Cutco. And we don't do this all the time. We call this the Super Bowl because it's the once a year that we really, really, really work hard. Maybe win or break a little bit, but it's at a smaller scale. It's not this type of intensity and this type of focus. So I want to talk about breakthrough because in order for you to own your power, you got to understand that champions always finish strong. And some individuals in this room are having some exciting breakthroughs. We have a legacy of individuals who had breakthroughs. And of course, there are people that are outside of Cutco that have had breakthroughs. And I want to talk a little bit about them tonight. I want you to think about a couple of individuals in this room. I want to highlight them. I talked about Will earlier, who came into this push, no momentum, not having the sales success that he wanted for the summer, and now he just hit 10K for the summer as a full-time assistant manager and getting it done. I would say that's a breakthrough. I think about Steven. I think about Steven today specifically. Steven today, maybe I don't want to put you too much on the spot, but I asked Steven, I said, what's your energy level right now between 1 and 10? 1 being completely depressed, burnt out, defeated, overwhelmed, worried, fearful, and that's a 1, and a 10 being invigorated, euphoric, enthusiastic, and he gave himself, what was the number?
3.
3. So he said, I'm at a 3. So he said, all I need to get is some results to get me to a 10. And I said, going from a 3 to a 10, that's a big ass jump. That's a big jump on the energy scale. So what Steven and I did, we worked from a 3 and got him to a what?
A 5.
Got him to a 5. And how did we get you to a 5? What did we do?
We moved around.
We moved around. We did a 7-minute workout. Go to YouTube and do a 7-minute workout. That's what we did. We did planks and crunches and push-ups and a wall sit, jumping jacks. That's what we did for 7 minutes, 7-minute workout. I got a little sore. That was my pre-workout. I was like, dang, I'm like already tired. I do my workout today. So then we moved from a 3 to a 5. And then how did we get from a 5 to a 6?
Expressing gratitude.
Gratitude. Could grab that journal and said, list all the things in your life right now that you're grateful for. Got him from a 5 to a 6. And how did we get you to a 6 to a 7?
Expressed it.
Express the gratitude, put it out into a universe called law of reciprocity, and he gave 3 people a phone call that he was appreciative of and told them, I'm grateful for you, I appreciate you, and here's why. And he gave gratitude and appreciation to these people, and that got him to a 7. And then he was at a 7. He said, now if you get results, you go from a 7 to a 8, 9, and 10, and it's easy to move from a 7 to a 10. But it's very hard to move from a 3 to a 10. Does everyone see? And then what happened, Stephen, when you left this office?
Dropped the kitchen system.
So he dropped a $1,200 order. Ready? He was at $99 for the whole push. And sold $1,200 on that next appointment, going from a 3 to a 7. And then not only did he sell $1,200 on the kitchen system, what else did they do?
Double sponsor.
Gave him 20 recommendations. Stephen, in your whole career, how many double sponsors have you got?
Right now, 3.
So 2 other double sponsors in a whole career since March, and happened to get one today. Now, Stephen, what did we role play today?
Getting recommendations.
Not only just any recommendations, but what did we role play?
Double sponsor.
Getting double sponsors. And what did we also role play after getting those double sponsors? Getting them texted. Getting them texted. What happened on those 20 recommendations? You got them texted. And see, how many appointments did you book up tonight?
3.
Got 3 of those 20? 3 of those 20 booked up tonight. And this morning was at complete low energy. Does everyone follow me? And I have witnesses. Jules is a witness. She was sitting right next to that 3-level energy. Bella was right next to that 3-level energy. And now Stephen is no longer at a 3-level energy. That's called a breakthrough, ladies and gentlemen. And law of attraction is crazy. I made Stephen sweat. He was like sweating. He was like, damn, it's sweating. I pretended to be Stephen and called one of his friends from middle school. I called. I said, hey, Amber, it's me, Stephen. How are you?
Did it work?
Yeah, and I got her mom's number.
I booked an appointment.
Did you book a demo with her? And he booked a demo with her mom.
Oh my God, Steven. It's just today or finish out your day.
You guys got this?
Mike, you should go to the demo.
All right.
Like,
Right?
I haven't seen you in a while.
It's been a really long time. Right? But that's a breakthrough. You guys, there are breakthroughs in this room. There are breakthroughs in this room. We had some breakdowns. I think about Nicole. Nicole today, and she had a breakdown. She had 2 no sales in a row. She's like, I feel like I'm doing everything right. And then I was like, listen to your voice memo. And I copy and pasted the voice memo she sent to me, and she sounded like shit. That's one way to describe the word. And then I sent her a voice memo from yesterday, right after she sold a galley set. And I said, just listen to your voice. She's like, shit, you're right. And then boom, dropped a $1,200 sale right afterwards. That's a breakthrough. Sierra was at $100 for the push. Kept pushing, and then boom, had a $1,700 day. That's a breakthrough. But how did she do it? It wasn't because of the result. It was because she said, I had to get out of my head. I had to remind myself that there's more to selling knives than the transaction. That's a breakthrough, ladies and gentlemen. And that's what we're here to get done. There's more to selling knives than the transaction. I think that's a really important way to approach your business. This isn't just about making a sale or winning a lot of prizes or earning a $1,000 paycheck, although those are really cool. Let's face it, Danielle doesn't know what the hell to do with $1,900. It's like, that is way too much money for a 17-year-old to have in their possession, legally at least, right? I mean, like, that's a lot of damn money. That's a lot of money. It is a lot of money for Mason Linker to have $16,000 to invest into retirement at 18 years old. That's an unnecessary amount of money for a young person. You get to a point where it's not about the paycheck anymore. And then what? And that's what this push is about. As a lot of you started this job because you wanted the money. But once you have the money, then what? We got to chase something else. And what we're after is fulfillment. We're after joy. We're after lessons that you get a chance to learn. And those breakthroughs are happening left and right in this room. I think about Grant, who sold $8,000 before the push and sold $9,000 during the push. $8,000 since May or June, whenever he started, and now he's at $9,000 for the last 10 days. I think that's a big breakthrough. I think Hannah, who had 5 sales for her whole career, had 12 sales last week. These are big breakthroughs that are happening right now in this office. There are breakthroughs that took place. I went to the archives. This was my district operating manager, my Dom. She was an assistant manager in the Tampa office under Matt King's tutelage, and she got promoted to be a district operating manager in my organization because she was going to branch but became a Dom, and then she branched. And then from her branch experience, she was doing a demo with a customer and got scooped up. Have you guys ever got a job offer? Well, she got a job offer from Allstate Insurance, right? So you got scooped up by Allstate. So she's like, all right, that's what I want to do. I want to do insurance sales. She got her degree from University of Florida. She stayed with Allstate as like an apprentice. And guess what she's doing right now? She's the owner. It's called Leggett and Associates. She runs her own Allstate out in Tampa. Youngest person to own and operate their own business. TLA trained, Vector trained. Good thing that she didn't quit when she had a chance to break down, but instead she chose to break through.
So my name is Kelsey Leggett. I'm from the Tampa pilot office. I ended up at 11:20 for the push. Very, very hard road. I made probably at least 1,000 phone calls. Probably more. I know that I pretty much used up my whole phone plan, so it was worth it. Very, very worth it.
It's old.
Didn't have a very fast start at all. I had a really slow start. I had to go to preview or orientation for college, so I was out of the office for 2 days, and after a week, I had sold about nothing. There were 7 days left of the push, and I had sold less than 1,000, probably like 800.
You guys catch that? 7 days left in the push, and she was at less than 1,000 sold, and she still ended up selling 11 grand for the push. It's called the breakthrough.
$43 somewhere around those lines, and I just decided that I didn't want to let everyone down, and I didn't want to let myself down. So I got into a better mindset, told myself I could do this, went and got the homemaker, then a signature upgrade, then a signature, and then I knew that I could do this. And I had, in the span of 7 days, I believe 5 grand days, 1 no sale day, and then 1 almost grand day. So the push magic, it is real. It is real. It will happen. Don't give up. That's the best thing that I can tell anyone is don't give up and have faith in yourself, because it will happen. If you work really, really hard and you put your mind to it, you can do this. You can do this, you will do this. It will happen. If you just get into the mindset that you can do this, it's not a matter of will you do this, it's you can do this. So, push magic, it exists. Listen to your manager. Shout out to Alvaro Lewis. Techie will happen. If you.
So, I would say that's a pretty awesome story, if you ask me. This is years ago. Years ago. And I'm talking about the story of Kelsey Leggett. I messaged her on Facebook. I took a picture. I was like, I'm going to talk about you tonight. She's like, is this what famous feels like? That was her response. That's so exciting that she used Cutco to get to where she wants to be. But I'll tell you right now, she broke down during the push. She probably wouldn't be running her own Allstate insurance agency at like 22 years old. I could assure you that. 23 years old, however old she is. It's pretty exciting stuff. This push is not about the paycheck. It's about the process. We got to respect that process. And ain't Jim Carrey fans?
Yes.
Jim Carrey fans, a couple of you. I've grown to like Jim Carrey more and more. And this video here. You may have seen this, may have not. So this was on Oprah. And check this out. Talk about a breakthrough. Talk about a breakthrough of mindset. Talk about being at rock bottom and feeling like you have nowhere to go, and you feel like you can't even see up because you're buried under so much crap. Check it out.
Obviously, you knew somewhere inside yourself that you were destined to be famous, because I think it's really a marvelous thing, that visualization thing you did. Do you read about this or hear this? That you used to go up on Mulholland Drive and park
every night
and visualize seeing yourself as.
Yeah, I would visualize.
This is when you were broken poor.
Right, having directors interested in me and people that I respected saying, I like your work or whatever that is, and I would visualize things coming to me that I wanted or whatever.
This was in like 1987, 85.
Yeah. And I had nothing at that time, so it was like, but it just made me feel better. It made me, at that time, all it really was for me was kind of making me feel better. I would drive home and think, well, I do have these things, and they're out there. I just don't have a hold of them yet, but they're out there.
Okay, so you would get this from what, self-help books or whatever?
Yeah, self-help section.
Self-help section.
They renamed it the Jim Carrey wing.
So didn't you write yourself a check? I heard that you did. Is that
I
true?
wrote myself a check for $10 million for acting services rendered, and I gave myself 5 years, or 3 years maybe. and I dated it Thanksgiving 1995, and I put it in my wallet, and I kept it there, and it deteriorated and stuff, but then just before Thanksgiving 1995, I found out that I was going to make $10 million on, I think it was Dumb and Dumber.
Dumb and Dumber, yeah.
Yeah.
So you visualize yourself like, visualization works if you work hard.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's the thing. You can't just visualize and then, go eat a sandwich.
I love that. That was such a powerful moment for me because
You guys catch this?
That's crazy.
And when I get chills thinking about this because he's a big fan of Eckhart Tolle called The Power of Now, about like really internalizing and visualizing your future and your fate, but you can't get your breakthrough at a 3-level energy. What did he say? He would go and he would visualize, he would put himself in this peak state because it make him feel what?
better.
Feel better, it makes him feel good. You've got to feel good for you to do good. And that's where the breakthrough comes from. Breakthrough doesn't come from the sale. The sale comes from you feeling good first. We cannot lead from a place of desperation. We're always leading from a place of power. You've got to you have to stay centered if you want to have that breakthrough. And some of you guys are looking at me, Mike, I'm actually doing really good. What is next level? If you feel good right now, well, that's great. Could you sustain it, number one? And number two, what does a level up look like? Number one rep last year, or last week, Andy Jonte, $38,000 week. So if you think, wow, I had my best week ever, there's more. There's always more. So never compare yourself to others that are around you, because if you're the best person in the room, you're probably in the wrong room. And you want to level up. And that's why this conference, that's why we have this SC2 conference. Because we want you to level up. We're good. But I want you to be great. I want you to be great. And I want you to be great for a couple of reasons. The first thing I want you to think about is my organization here, and then I'll pass it on to Chelsea, and then we'll wrap up our night. What I'm building here in my organization is something really special. I know you know that. You don't need me to tell you how special this team is. I know you love this team, but if you ask any representative on any team, they say they love their team. You could go to Tampa and be like, oh my God, Carlos is great. I love my office. You could go to Fort Lauderdale. Oh my God, I love working in Fort Lauderdale. Jeff is great. You go to Metro Miami. Oh my God, I love Andrew Evans. And it's the best. There's nothing like, because that's how you were raised. You're raised here. You love your home, and that's what you're used to. But I'll tell you right now, what we have is something special. We have something unique. I want you to write down 2 words. 2 words that we call this business, our team, our Game Changer team. This is called the Innovation Station. That's what this is. The Innovation Station. I personally spearhead most of the new company programs out of this office space. And I actually allow my team and my brand new assistant manager team to actually have input. And I actually give you a voice and listen to you on how we can create certain programs, such as a social media intern, such as a remote interview where people don't even come to this office to interview, such as a video interview. Did you know that in 90% of the offices across the country, people stand in front of an interview with a packet and read it for an hour?
More than an hour.
It's so. Doing it in Tallahassee was miserable.
That was like 3 hours.
90% of other organizations. Did you know that 90% of other organizations, they check in live phone calls 3 times a day? Did you know 90% of other offices don't even know what WhatsApp is?
What? That's gross. Wow.
You are in the innovation state where you're used to, it's what we do. Zoom, they don't even know what that is. They have no idea. Snapchat, they don't even use it. They have no clue. So you're like in a really exciting bubble, but we're just getting started. You are the young minds that I want to continue working with. And if I lock arms with you and you lock arms with me, not only could we grow this business, but we could grow the entire company. This is the Innovation Station. So what's next? What's next is we want to continue to enhance our systems. I want you to help me find the holes in our ship from your vantage point. What can help us grow our virtual demo business? What can help us grow our in-home appointments? What can help us grow our culture and our team meetings and our phone jam structures? What can help us grow as a business? Because we want to grow. And that's what the fall season is about. The fall and spring is about growth, and next summer is about implementation. My crew, that's what we're going to do. We want to have our social media, especially with Snap and Instagram. Our Instagram page is up to like 4,500 followers now, so we're building it. Our Snapchat, we had our first 100. 100 views. We got there. But it's not very interesting stuff yet. It's like me taking a picture of the gym saying, grind time. It's like, it's not, it's not good stuff yet.
Always motivation.
But it's motivation. It's some sort of content, but it's not there yet. We have some work to do. There's no doubt about it. We have some work to do. Our surge expansion. We don't even know what that is. No one even knows what surge is because we invented it here. Service calls, residential gifts and events. That was a mastermind group with myself and Dylan figuring out how do we elevate sales representatives from 20K to 100K to get them to open up opportunities for themselves faster. And that's how a surge came about. That was a mastermind with Dylan and myself. That starts back over in January. For those of you guys who want to elevate and get to 100,000 in sales as fast as possible, you want to get on the January surge. But here's what's cool. The TLA in the fall, it's all the same. It's leadership training. And then in January, we figure out, okay, you're either going to be assistant manager trained, branch manager trained, DOM trained, or surge trained. All 4 great options, but leadership training is for the first 4 months. 2 hours a week with me and once a month with Jeff. And lastly is we want to have a culture of champions. We want to help you become a 5-star recruit. We know what that means. We've heard that. But I want you to embody that and really own it. You know what I want you to do? Is I want you to talk to a bunch of 22, 23-year-olds and ask them, was this what you expected when you were 18? Because if you survey them, I would bet money that 50 to 70% or more would say, no. I expected to have a career job lined up. I expected to have more money in my bank account. I expected to have more options for myself. And I expected to be living on my own. I expected, you fill in the blank. I could assure you, our 5-star Cutco recruits, our 5-star Cutco through college graduates, that's a different story. You ask them, they said, yeah, this is what I expected. To graduate with my master's, debt-free, to have options out of college. Talk to Dylan, ask him. I know he's our guy, but the fact is, it was nice for him to have options out of college with his degree. You can, pick up the phone, find Mike Nisbet and ask him, is this what you expected? Actually, this is better than what I expected. I knew Mike talked about how I would have options. He's running the whole program. He's a senior analyst making $78,000 a year, and he's 22, 23 years old. That's amazing. People like your parents work for him. That's outstanding. Branch manager, district operating manager, $200,000 Cutco sales rep. I want this for all of you. There's life beyond this push, but how you break through during this push is what you're going to open up next for you. That $100,000 week is a number. Your 10K or 20K push is a number. But who you become in this process could be bigger. So I want you to take a moment in your journal or whatever you're writing on. I want you to think about, many of you have probably done this exercise before, but I want you to answer it now. 1 year from today, I, ... Go ahead and answer that question. 1 year from today, I. And Chelsea, I'll bring you up. 1 year from today, I, ... And whatever flows to that pen, I want to have this amount of money. I want to have this many opportunities. I want to have trained this many people. I want to have read this many books. I want to have conquered this fear. I want to have this type of relationship with blank. I want to have this many opportunities. I want to be at this much in sales. I want to have this much in my bank account. I want to be this healthy or this fit. I want to be running my own alliance. How cool is that, right? There might be 3 or 4 or 5 of you. I did that depth chart today. It was really a fun exercise. I went through, if I had to draft my district team, the 2019 vision, if I had to place people, where would I place them right now? It was tough. I'm not gonna lie, it was tough. But it was fun. Who I would put where. It was like a mini draft of where I put people. Who do I put at the dom role? Who do I put as, working with Dylan and Serge? Who do I think is gonna branch? It's so early in the game, but it's just fun. It's fun. It's fun to think about. Give me another 10 seconds. 1 year from today, So this is going to be like our quick, what's hot, what do you appreciate, under 10 seconds or less. Give me one thing in under 10 seconds that you put on, and I'll introduce Chelsea, and then we're out. One thing, if you don't mind. Start with Steve and go down the front. What was one thing?
I said own my first rental property.
Her own first rental property. Mason?
Could be running my own alliance.
Running your own alliance.
On double my bank account.
Double bank account.
Own my first ATM.
Own your own ATM? Like a cash machine?
Yeah.
Nice.
Income all my
Nice. I love that. That's cool. We'll talk about that. That's cool. Bella?
So I want to be back in this office as an assistant manager.
Back in this office as an AM, selling on the line. That's cool.
To not be fearful, but to have a strong mindset.
Strengthen the mindset. Josh?
I want to hike the Appalachian Trail with my dad.
Love that. Jules? We'll go Jules, Rahil, and then Riley.
I want to get through the first master's college.
Just get through it. Just survive. I just want to be alive in 1 year from today. All right. That's a good. That's a goal. So go,
I want to go skydiving.
skydiving.
I want to be going to college with TLA under my belt.
Love it. Ryan.
I want to go backpacking through Poland.
Love it.
Want to be committed to college for volleyball.
Committed to a college for volleyball.
Mine was the same as Riley's,
Which was?
knowing what college going to with TLA and your belt.
Excellent. Jesse?
I want to be comfortable with investing and knowing how to invest.
No, understand investing. Brenda, and then we'll go Danielle, and then Brandon. Purchasing a house.
On the Michigan State dance team.
Michigan State dance team.
Play college soccer.
College soccer. Jasmine?
Be the number 1 seed for Earlham College.
For what college?
Earlham College.
Earlham College, number 1 seed. We'll go. We'll finish up with Chelsea. Trey, Taylor, Will, RJ. We'll finish up with Chelsea. I'll bring her up to wrap up our meeting.
Giving this message to my branch team.
Nice.
Have a business and do chill.
Excellent.
Be Python certified for coding.
Excellent.
Your branch and also have a maxed out Roth.
Excellent. Chelsea?
100 birthdays with details for kids.
100 birthdays. It's fun to dream. It's fun to dream. It's even more fun to act. And it's even more fun to check those off the list in a year from now. Leverage your goals to get you out of bed tomorrow morning. Leverage your goals to pick up the phone when you don't feel like it. And leverage those goals to ask for favors from those people that you're nervous to ask favors from. Use your goals as a catalyst to get you through whatever it is that you need to get through to have your breakthrough for this job, this business, this knife gig. This is not the end all. This is the vehicle to help you get your dreams. Chelsea Hage is going to wrap us up tonight. I had a conversation with Bobby Lewis. Some of you guys in the Alliance will meet this gentleman tomorrow. He's a news reporter who did our Channel 10 news story for PB&J for Tampa Bay. He's going to be at the office tomorrow filming, just so you guys know. So don't embarrass me.
What's he filming?
He's launching a book with all of his success stories from all the people that he's done news stories for. And he has a chapter called Ambition, and that chapter is about me, which is really awesome. So he's coming in to kind of see behind the scenes of what I do here. And I'm introducing him to Chelsea because he wants to do a story on birthday candles for kids about the 15-year-old girl who's now 18 who started this nonprofit from scratch to help underprivileged kids get a special day. So he's coming into the office. I was gonna meet him for coffee, but I told him, I was like, Chelsea, be here tomorrow. He's like, all right, cool, I'll be there tomorrow. So he's coming in, professional camera, ready to roll, and it's pretty exciting. Chelsea's one of the most impressive young people that we've ever had a chance to meet. I know you have to understand, from a Cutco standpoint, that's one thing, but from a young person standpoint, from a caring standpoint, from an entrepreneurial standpoint, from a work ethic standpoint, from a dependability, reliability standpoint, she's the package. She's the full package. She's the real deal. She just got a, if you're okay, hopefully it's okay for me saying this, she just got a $30,000 scholarship to Stetson for an entrepreneurship program because of what she does outside of her classroom. Captain of 2 softball teams, running a nonprofit, maintaining a 4.0 GPA, and did TLA as an assistant manager, coaching new representatives, and running running pretty much her household for her sister, doing all the dance stuff and being there for family whenever she needed to. Like, that's awesome. That's impressive. That's working at a high level. And this young lady has very exciting opportunities in front of her. And she was able to attend the conference last year. She was on our alliance last year. And I wanted her to share kind of her vantage point of SC2, of the conference, and what happens during and after the event. To wrap up our meeting tonight, if you can help me bring up Ms. Chelsea Hage.
Okay, so pretty much why I decided to go to SC2 last year and why I pretty much enjoyed every second of it is you literally get to go just to better yourself. You learn from the best of the best people in the company, and you learn things that like you didn't even know you didn't know. Just the bus ride up there and like getting to bond with like your team, and the phone orders and everything like that, like that last second of the push, that's the most fun because you see everyone just going, and that's when you're really pushing yourself to like be that better version of yourself. And I know last year, I mean, I sold like a few $100 on those like the phone orders, and that was probably the best part because everyone's supporting you at that second, and you're all together and you're all doing it together. But when it gets to like the actual conference, the push countdown is probably like, I didn't think that knife people could have that much energy. It's insane. Like the people that went to SC1, you saw that push countdown. Take that and like times it by 10, and that's what the SC2 one is. It's insane. There's like a bunch of loud music, everyone's hype, like it's so much fun. Just like that one part, like that makes up for the whole thing. And then on top of that, you're learning from the best of the best people. Not only that, but you get to connect with people who are like-minded. So like you go to school and half these people just like laying around on the couch watching Netflix. But when you go to a conference with people that are also in Cutco, you get to like connect to people that have same goals as you. You get to meet people that live all the way up in like Virginia, and they might be going to school for the same exact thing for you. And now you have this lifelong friend that you didn't even know was out there if you didn't have Cutco. I know I personally have a lot of people in my circle of influence now just from meeting them at like conferences and things like that and just reaching out. It literally is the Super Bowl of Cutco. It is so much fun. Even just like the late night with FSMs, like I highly recommend going to that. You get to watch these people who are selling $50K for these, like the push, do their demo. Like as Mike said earlier, Carter Hayes, who just sold 18,000 last week as a manager, you'll get to watch him do his demo, like his full demo at the late night with FSMs. I know I spent last year like the entire time that it was happening just jumping from demo to demo, asking questions, just bettering myself. And I mean, I know Mike just dived into like all of the future opportunity after that. I know if I didn't go to like SC2, I probably would have not gone into TLA. I wouldn't have been motivated to go earn the President's Club letter, to get that resume builder and things like that. I know if I didn't go to SC2 to learn what I learned there, I definitely would have not been motivated to like keep going. And here I am a year later as a full-time manager, loving my life here. So I highly recommend it. Get in front of Jeff. Like this is where you get to meet Jeff in person, who runs the interviews for TLA. Things like that. So if anybody has any questions about it that haven't been answered, I'm more than happy to answer them. But
yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I will tell you, the best place to meet Jeff is going to be on stage. That's the best place to meet Jeff. The second best place to meet Jeff is going to be the Champions Reception at 15K plus, or the VIP night at 10K plus. CPO talks to Mr. Gamboa. So just kind of wind us up. Your sheets, these midweek reports right here. Please go ahead and update these real fast. If you could update these and then give them to me before you leave. Make sure they're updated and give to Ryan. Give them to Ryan. So please give them all to Ryan. She'll collect them for us.
Were those from Sunday?
I handed them out. Everybody got theirs from Sunday. Yeah, if I got them Sunday, then I give them back to you guys tonight. So please, everyone has theirs. And then mugs, or we're going to Wing House. It's on Ulmerton. Just please do all of us a favor. Stack your chairs, okay? So you guys can stack your chairs. Alliance, you can set up the room for the